Hey guys, welcome to video lesson 4.1. This is part 2 or an extension of what we've done with video 4.1 already. I just want to show you another way to solve the problem that we have in front of us. What number is 10% of 20? The way I've shown you so far is using the percent equation. A equals P times W, where A is the part, P is the percent, and W is the whole. If you notice to the left here, I have a proportion. Is to of equals percent to 100. So there's a couple of things we need to make sure we understand. The word is represents the part. The word of represents the whole. And the percent is the number that's the percent. For example, 10%, we would put the number 10 and just drop the percent sign. And the 100 always stays a 100 as a denominator. So to solve this problem using the proportion, we're going to first read our problem. What number is 10%? So this is my percent of 20. Of 20 represents the whole. So when I go back to my problem, I don't have a part. So call it a variable. Call it x, call it a, call it b. It doesn't matter. So x over the whole, or of. That's right here. Of 20. So over 20 equals, do I have a percent? My percent's right here. 10%. So 10 over 100. And back in chapter 3, I taught you numerous ways to solve proportions. If we take a look, we know that 20 times 5 is 100. So what times 5 would give me 10? So we would get an answer of x equals 2. Another way we can do this is to just solve the proportion using the cross product. So we can take 20 times 10, that's 200, and we're going to divide it by 100, and we get an answer of 2. So either way, you get a solution of 2. So let's try another example. So here's our new example. 18 is what percent of 20? Again, remember, is represents part, and of represents a whole. So when we read our problem, the two key words we need to just keep an eye out for are is and of. So when I read this, 18 is, this is my part or my numerator, what percent of 20? So of would be my whole. So when I use the proportion, I'm going to write 18 over 20 is over of equals, I don't know the percent. That's my question. What percent? So x over 100. Again, we can solve this two ways. 20 times 5 is 100. So 18 times 5 is 90.
All members of art club.
Okay, so that's one way we can solve this. Another way we can solve is just using the cross products. So what we can do is 18 over 20 equals x over 100. Use your calculator. 18 times 100 is 1800. We're going to divide it by 20. So we get an answer of 90 for x. So our solution, since we're looking for the percent, is 90%. Just take the solution, add the percent sign. So let's try one more example. And I have what number is 150% of 40? So all we need to do is go through. I see the word is, but the number that comes next is a percent because there's a percent sign there. So this number here is the percent, not the part. How do I know? Because there's this little percent sign right here. Then we have of 40. So this is my whole or my denominator. So I am looking for the part. Okay, I'm looking for the part. So since is missing, I'm going to put an X in the numerator, over a total of 40, that's my of, equals, my percent is 150. So notice I'm just writing the number, dropping the percent sign, over 100. The denominator here is always 100. So what we're going to do is multiply. So take out your calculators, and we are going to multiply 150 times 40, and we get an answer of 6,000. And we're going to divide that by 100, and we'll get an answer, cross out the zeros, we get an answer of 60. So that means my part is 60. All right, I just want to go through one more application example with you. We're at the 8th Street Cafe, and let's make this a little larger. And our food total is $27.50. Our tax is $1.65, and we have a subtotal of $29.15. So Part A asks us to find the percent of sales tax on the food. Okay. Oops. So what we are going to do is right here. So we want to answer the question, 165 or $1.65 is what percent of 27.50? So the way I have it set up right now is I'm using the percent equation, but we can do this problem using the proportion that I just showed you as well. So remember, we're going to use is over of equals percent over 100. So the 165 is my part. So 165 over what percent of 27.50? So 27.50 is my denominator, equals, I'm looking for the percent, so X over 100. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 165 times 100. So I get 165. And I'm going to take this number and divide it by 27.50. So 165 divided by 27.50. And I get an answer of 6. So that means my sales tax is 6%. If you look over here at the percent equation formula that I originally used, A is my part, P is the percent, I don't know P, W is the whole out of. So when I divide both sides by 27.50, you get an answer of 0.06, which is 6%. So either way, you're going to get the same solution. I'm just trying to show you another way to solve these questions. And Part B asks, find the amount of a 16% tip on the food bill. So that looks like this. We need to answer the question. The tip amount is 16% of 27.50. So we want to know what 16% of 27.50 is. Again, I'm going to show you the percent proportion. We're going to use is over of equals percent over 100. Okay, taking a look. Oops. Do I know the part? Okay, this number here is a percent, so I don't know the part. So my is going to be an X of, or my total is 27.50, equals, my percent is right here, 16, over 100. So what I'm going to do is take 27.50 times 16, 27.50 times 16. Then I'm going to take that answer and divide it by 100. And I get an answer of X equals $4.40, just like we did if we used the equation. Using the equation, I don't know the part, So A remains blank. I know the percent is 16%. So in the equation, you do have to convert it to a decimal times the whole, which is 27.50. And you get a final answer of $4.40. So either way, we get the same solution. You decide which way you like better. All right, thanks for watching. See you guys in class.